In the world of B2B or business to business sales, we have to be intentional about how we set our revenue goals and have a proven process that allows our goals to be realistic and achievable. If you can understand the why behind a given revenue goal for any given product, it'll not only help you understand the potential within your geography, but also help you have a better internal conversation with your boss around the context of your revenue goals and the impact to the overall business. Let's start with what we base our revenue and profit targets on. The simple way to look at this is through the lens of outputs, known as lag indicators, things like revenue and profit, and inputs, known as lead indicators, which are the activities that will produce the outputs you desire. In other words, what do you need to do on the front end in order to get you what you want out of the back end? So inputs versus outputs. We'll use the following formula to ensure we have the proper inputs needed to reach your desired output, which in our case is revenue. Revenue equals the number of transactions per customer times the price per transaction times the number of customers. When it comes to the number of transactions per customer, I recommend looking through historic performance and projection forecast just to see how many products each customer is likely to buy. If you sell 5 products, what's the average number of products per customer in the service obtainable market? With price per transaction, you already know the dollar value per transaction based on historical data and your internal product pricing strategy, so this one should be pretty easy to calculate. Finally, the number of customers. These are simply the bullseye we talked about creating earlier by winnowing down your target market to the service obtainable market, which is the market size that your business is realistically trying to capture within the short term. Your calculation can be based on previous customers you sold to, or if you're trying to set a new revenue goal, it can be set on the reasonable percentage of customers you believe you can sell to within your service obtainable market for any given product. The trick is to identify your lead indicators or inputs and then work out the numbers you need to achieve in these areas that will then result in those desired outputs, or in our case, target revenue and profit. There's no point setting random revenue goals of X dollars when you don't know how you're going to get to X dollars. In cross-selling, it's really important to understand the value of each product relative to this equation, because that's really going to help you determine reasonable revenue goals as opposed to just putting your thumb in the air and guessing. Using this process to set your revenue goals will not only set you up for revenue success, but also allow you to maximize the success of each product in your cross-selling portfolio.